Escambia County, across the world, stretching from the globe. Dean, we are recognized from London to the Bay.
London, that's London.
It's Matt and Todd Shaw.
Kentucky.
Oh, sorry.
Matt and Todd Shaw. London, Kentucky. But we do have people watchers in London. London, Kentucky. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I got family up there.
Right. I'm Big Matt and
Todd Dean.
Diamond Dean, and it's Matt and Todd Show.
Inside joke.
Yeah, we're just we cover a lot of local news here. This part of the show we're going to carry on to college. So if you're tuning in just for college, we appreciate you. And we'll go here. We'll start our Spotify. Hey, welcome back, guys. Applecast, Spotify, our college listeners. We appreciate y'all too. A lot of people like to listen at work and while they drive their truck or whatever they're doing.
We have more listeners
on the podcast, and I thought we would.
I didn't know that. I really didn't.
Yeah, we've got way over 100 plays.
Yes.
We're like at 120 plays on our podcast.
On the podcast, yeah.
I just did it kind of as a goof.
Yeah.
Just to say, well, let's just see what happens.
Right.
So anyway, Matt and Todd Show coming to you live here on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube, Applecast, Spotify. We're going to talk about college football. Dean, we'll get these out of the way here. NCAA news. Clemson almost dumps one to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, they went for it on fourth down. If they'd scored, they would have won, right?
Ugalele had 125 yards passing, which is...
They're struggling on offense.
Yeah, he's just not that good. I said it last year, and people were like, come on, man. He's
struggling on offense. They lost a lot.
Purdue plays a close game with Notre Dame. They score later to win 27-13. Cincinnati holds on to beat Indy, which was a good game. 38-24. Oklahoma, 23-16 over Nebraska. Oklahoma looked bad. Nebraska is not good.
No, and I thought Nebraska played very good.
Valiantly.
Very valiantly. Rattler, he did okay. But now I heard they just backed up and covered everybody and dared him to make throws and for them to run.
Well, he had, I don't think he had 200.
I don't know. They struggled.
I think he had 195. BYU beat Arizona State 27-17. North Carolina, our Tar Heels beat Virginia 59-39.
That was a good game. I thought that would be closer than that.
I did too.
I thought that would, because Virginia's been playing good.
Ugalele will play North Carolina State next week.
I think they'll be all right there. Yeah. I think.
Well,
you never know.
That Wolfpack team now. Let me just tell you. Here's why you hit the subscribe button. I told you last week. Watch Texas and LSU. Watch Arkansas. They may do something. So I'm gonna say this. Wolfpack.
You think they may be?
Just be careful.
Yeah. Possible upset. You're not saying it's going to happen.
Put a check by that game. Go to your ESPN right now on your app. Go to that game. Hit the bell. Start game to let you know when the game starts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll check it out. I don't doubt it. Clemson is not playing well.
They're at the right time, and North Carolina, the state, the Wolfpack they're hopping right along. They got good defensive play. They're good up front. Coaching staff is. I've studied on them for a week or two, and I watched another guy talk about it at Pate, and he said the same thing. Be careful.
North Carolina State. Wow.
Now I may go in there and watch them. They'll beat them 50-0.
You never know about Clemson. No. They may.
24/7 Sport late kick. Josh just kicked off live right now.
No, okay, good deal.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
Oh yes, he's probably the best I know around what he does.
No, I would think so.
What we got with the SEC country?
SEC country, man. Well, obviously, Arkansas wins big. They won
45.
Okay, yeah, 45-10.
Yeah, good game
over Georgia Southern.
Did you get to watch any of that?
I did not.
Well, the Pigs are 3-0.
They are 3-0, looking good.
They're going to be ranked up in the top 15 probably.
Kentucky. Ooh, man, struggled with Kentucky's undefeated, but they struggled with Chattanooga.
They're 3-0. They give up 10 points in the fourth quarter. Chattanooga jumped in there on them. Kentucky will play South Carolina next week.
That'll be a good game.
Yep.
Georgia beat South Carolina 40-13.
Yeah, should
Missouri beat Southeast Missouri 59-28. Ole Miss. Let's get down here to LSU beat Central Michigan 49-21.
Ole Miss played Tulane.
How bad?
61-21.
Ooh, Ole Miss moving that football. And Memphis beats.
Now we can talk about that a little.
I'm worried about that. Alabama.
I watched
as an Alabama fan.
the Mississippi State game. I watched the highlights of the game.
Oh, yeah, Memphis beats them, huh?
Yeah, 31-29. They scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. They're not playing any defense, and your quarterback out there set an SEC record for. I think he passed for.
He threw for 600.
I think, look that up because there's an SEC record for passes. I think he threw 50 passes in a game, which is a record on its own.
Mississippi State. Okay.
Yes, and I think also he throwed for more yards than anybody.
Last year
the conference,
their quarterback set a record.
Yeah, that's his game style, Coach Leach.
All right, let's see this right here. This ought to be interesting. Mississippi. Oh my gosh, 67.
67 passes. What was his QBR?
It does not say that, but he completed 50 for 419, and they ran the ball 16 times. Wow. I don't know. Y'all like this guy, but that's ridiculous.
Tell us about him, Dean.
That Leach.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all like him. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. But I can't make a man. We've been hearing a lot of that lately, and I understand that, but you can't tell a man how to think. But I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for why anybody likes him as a coach.
His play style and how he coaches the game is not favored, by a lot of people.
Good guy, probably. I don't know. But, 67 passes, 16 runs. I got to think, in a 2-point game, had they not passed 67 times, I think they probably would have won that ball.
Well, they caught 50 of them. They passed for 419 yards. They had 9 penalties for 64 yards. There was a lot of controversy in that game also with the ref and call. Really? There was a bad call. I missed that part of it on that highlight. Total yards 468. Memphis runs for 246. Total yards, they run for 87. Mississippi State runs for 49. And there's always a QBR rating on here, and
I didn't see that. Oh, what?
59.4.
That's not good.
That's what I was looking to see.
That's not good.
Memphis quarterback Hennigan was 16 for 28 for 159. Nobody rushed. They caught for Austin the third from Memphis, caught for over 100 yards.
I have my opinion, and my opinion's my opinion. I wouldn't hire him if I was an AD, which I never will be. Unless something drastically happens, he'd be the last person I would hire.
They'll play LSU next week.
Well, that may be a good game. I don't know.
It may be. Ole Miss, we went over them.
Vanderbilt lost to Stanford, 41-23.
Yeah, that's okay.
That'll wrap it up. Tennessee won 56-0 over Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, another out-of-conference mention here. Iowa State 48 over UNLV.
Well, not Michigan State beat Miami 38-17.
Yeah. Tell us about that. Did you watch any of it?
I did not. Well, it was a close game, 24-7. Michigan State's good. I've heard a lot of people say that. Virginia Tech gets beat by West Virginia, who wasn't even ranked. Did that kind of shock you?
Yes. I'll say I was kind of curious what King did. He had 388 total yards.
And they got beat by 3 touchdowns. I don't know. They say Michigan State's for real, and Miami's just not as good as they were supposed to be.
Rambo had 156 receiving, and Michigan State, their QB, Thorne, he had an 85.6 QBR. He threw the ball 31 times for 261 yards.
Oregon beat Stony Brook. Iowa beat Kent State.
172. That's why they won the game. They rushed for 171 player. They rushed for 200 yards nearly on Miami. Miami can't stop the run.
They can't stop the run. Well, listen to this, man. UCLA number 13 gets upset by Fresno.
I know.
Who I think's got a good football team.
Yeah, I don't know about them.
Look for Fresno to jump in the rankings here this week.
They could do
because they only lost to Oregon by a touchdown.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it on the games from yesterday. I mean,
we got leaders. If you want to talk about some leaders, Dean, I know you like QB passing stuff.
I want to say this. I want to hear this.
Mississippi State's quarterback, of course.
Right.
He's leading the conference 664. Ole Miss, Coral 662. Bryce Young at Bama 571. Missouri's
Bazelak
551. And Kentucky's quarterback, Will Levis.
He's good.
546. So those are your top throwers in the passers in the SEC. Rushing.
Well, Mississippi State's going to lead in that.
Rushing. Oh yeah, no. Kentucky kid.
Chris Rodriguez.
331 yards. Gators come in second. The quarterback Richardson, 275.
Yeah, he didn't play any yesterday.
No, his hamstring supposedly was.
And I'm glad he didn't, but Jones did good.
Bada from Missouri, 256. Coming in right here about 4 from Auburn, Hunter, 257. And then also Auburn, Tank Bigsby, 241.
Good little 1-2 punch there, don't they?
The leader in tackles, I didn't look at all of them, but I'll mention for defense, and I like that. Leader for SEC tackles right now, Arkansas Woo Pig Suey, Bumper Poo. And yes, that's his real name.
Bumper Poo. How many tackles did he got?
24.
24. Wow. Bumper Poo.
And he did legally have his name changed.
Yes,
Bumper
I heard
Poo.
about that.
So segueing in from Tank Bigsby in their running game up there, why don't we just talk about Auburn and Penn State? Let's talk about the whiteout.
The whiteout. Good game.
It was.
It was a very good game.
Do you think the better team won?
Yes, I think Penn State was better. And I'm not going to get on a Bo Nix rant. I think Bo Nix did fine. I saw somebody on Facebook talking about the fade route he threw was terrible.
Yeah.
No, the guy got tripped up.
Yeah, right.
Or pushed down, whatever. It wasn't Bo Nix's fault.
Yeah, you got to be able to see that. He fell.
But
he was expecting to be there, and he fell, and he was not there.
Right. And I didn't think the play call was that good. But I think Clifford's better. Sean Clifford from Penn State. I think he's good.
280 yards.
I think his quarterback play broke Auburn's back. I did think Auburn looked better, though.
Yeah, they're improved.
I did, really.
Nix threw for 185, no touchdowns, 21 for 36, a 70 QBR. That's not bad.
Not terrible. No. I just didn't think he did bad.
Clifford was 88 on his QBR.
Man, Clifford had a good game.
I think he did throw a pick, but he threw 2 touchdowns. See, Bo didn't throw any touchdowns or any picks.
Right.
But Tank and Hunter, I mentioned that a while ago. Tank had 2 touchdowns. He went over 100, and Hunter went over 60.
Hunter's good.
Nix had 6 runs for 30 yards.
Yeah, he had over 200 yards of offense.
They had 182 total for rushing.
Now, let's be honest here. I don't want to get off on a.
But Kane.
Did you blame that game on Nix?
No.
Okay.
I blame it on.
They just had a tough time defensively, did they not?
One.
There's some tough calls too.
They stopped the run. Mm-hmm. Kane only had 19 carries, 45 yards. They had total 84 yards rushing. Now receiving, that's where it hurt them. That defensive backfield, 302 yards back there. Dotson and Strange, 4 for 71 touchdown. Dotson had 10 catches for 78.
Oh gosh.
And I think that's what. If I'm just going to talk about the game. I think Auburn's their secondary just couldn't stop. Clifford was just ripping them here and there and kind of all over the place, and some bad calls here or there.
I thought they had a bad targeting call, and they called a
terrible.
lot of pass Well, they called that in Alabama.
Terrible call. That I'm gonna try not to get fired. You know I do, man.
Well, that was their best defensive player. That was McClain, Jacoby McClain.
Stop throwing kids out. Just stop it.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I'm gonna write a letter. It'll mean nothing.
You never know.
Stop throwing them out. That wasn't even targeting. He led with his shoulder. He turned his face as he led. Like if a kid goes down the ground and he leans in like this and puts his shoulder down and turns his head away, that's not targeting. It's not this. He didn't run in there with his arms behind him and his head down, diving like a pirate on somebody. No, and I've seen way more calls where kids are really targeting and not get called at all. That's what really makes me mad. It's inconsistent.
Right.
Stop with the call. We need to. I'll say this and we'll move on. Let's get the NCAA in the room and the refs. We need to totally redo this targeting call. We need to get them to sit down because the game has changed and you try to just throw this call in there. And I know why they made the call. It's to protect kids. I get it.
Right.
But to throw them out and you have no consistency in what you're doing, you're all over the place. It'd be like a judge filing for motion to give this guy, a plaintiff and give this guy a bond, and this guy murdered 16 people. Well, he sets a bond, $100. This guy here gets busted on parking tickets, $1 million bond.
Yeah.
There's no consistency. NCAA is a joke. They've never been consistent. Anything they've ever done, it's a joke. We need something better.
Well, I mean, and this one was against Penn State, but Bo Nix ran out of bounds, and the guy come over and tapped him.
And he did flop a little.
He flopped, and then a penalty. I mean, somebody was like, "Well, what the crap is the kid supposed to do? He was running 100 miles an hour."
Yeah.
And
there's no consistency. The NCAA is a joke.
I did not like the play call at the end on fourth down.
I didn't either.
I mean, that fade's hard to complete.
Well, I would be. I mean, I just mentioned the top runners in the SEC. Well, two of them's on your team.
Two of them's on your team.
And Bo can run a little bit too. Run the ball.
Well, that's what Herb Street says. He says, sprint him out where he has a run-pass option.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I heard somebody who was very smart tell me, if it's fourth down and you are going to tie a game or win a game, throw it. Throw the ball. And do it like a,
Run a bootleg.
Flood route. You run a bootleg or sprint out or something.
Just run out and let the line slant.
Make them work. I mean, it's like Florida yesterday.
Yeah.
Golly, they just ran it straight up the middle.
Well, we got to get into that one too.
I mean,
Wooten had 10 tackles for Auburn. Smoke Monday had a good game. He had 8 tackles. They went 0-2 on fourth down. So, I blame a little bit on the coaching. Auburn was in an environment they hadn't been in. A lot of the kids ain't played in it. It's a whiteout, and it was a good looking scene. I liked how the camera looked down the tunnel, and the lights were flickering, and they opened the gates, and they come out, and the white, it was an awesome atmosphere.
It was.
I'm sure Josh is talking about it right now, but we have a lot more viewers than he does.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. They know we don't.
I think he's in double. He might just now
6
be in
digits.
double digits.
Yeah.
I mean, like 25, 30,000.
Yeah, I know. But he was there. They covered the game. They went up there. So it's an awesome environment. Auburn come up a little bit short. They played admirably. They're a middle of the pack SEC team, probably.
I think so.
And they probably could have beat Penn State. Their corners just didn't play well. I mean, 302 yards if you give that up on passing.
Yeah, 302. That was a tough.
What are you gonna do?
Tough out for them.
And Smith and Luckett from Penn State had 10 tackles and 8 tackles. But I mean,
I think Penn State's a pretty good team. I don't know that they're a top 10 team, but
very balanced.
They're good.
We kind of had a good look at Coach to see what he's going to do, because this is it's a real big. Not that the other games wasn't real.
Right.
You're playing a real team, and you can see right here they had 182 for rushing and 185 for passing.
182 rushing is pretty good.
So it was a balanced attack. I kind of like what I see. Coach,
Well, I guess the big question
Bobo is your offense, so.
Without getting on Malzahn, we're not going to do that. Do you like the way they look now better?
Yes.
Okay.
I think a lot of their fans do, too.
I did, too. I just didn't think it was that bad of a ball game. They had to have a shot. They were competitive.
Now, did you see the third down punt?
No.
Penn State. They run another play. They tick the board instead of clicking to 2. It clicked the marker. He clicks it to 3. So, yeah, the reffing's bad.
Yeah. Well,
all over the place. Up here at Sandrock Friday night. And before we pick on any refs, because we may have some refs watching, I'm not picking on anybody. And it's one of those things like this, and then we'll move on to Georgia. If you don't like how something's going, then do something about it.
Right.
So for me to complain a lot, I probably need to just go ref some games.
Well, we can't do nothing about it.
I could, but you would find out real quick probably, boy, this is a lot harder than I thought it was.
It is.
Because you're making a decision just like that. I made a bad call. That kid really wouldn't pass interference. I don't know. So
I've always heard a no call is better than a. I mean, if you're not sure, just
when it's 4th and 10 and the game's on the line, there's a minute left, and this team's. It ain't even close to being pass interference up there Friday. That's just terrible.
I mean, they get it.
You set them up for first and down. You give them a first down. It's like you want to see the game, like you're just trying to. It just seems a little biased. So because it wasn't close to being pass
tough
interference.
on the defense.
2 kids jumping for a ball and falling is not pass interference. So it's terrible.
Yeah.
But Georgia, we'll move into them. Again, we thank everybody for spending some time with us on
Georgia
Sunday.
Looks good,
We're kind of ranting about refs and ranting about targeting calls and.
Yeah, we're not big fans of the target.
Yeah,
not maybe college.
Stop throwing them out.
Which we said for 2 years.
Yeah, we're gonna get a letter in, Dean. We're gonna make a difference.
We might get a letter sent to us. Y'all stop talking about that.
Stop off the show, idiots.
We're gonna get censored on here. They can't do that, can they?
No. Well, I don't know. They probably do it to 1 2. What about Georgia? Now Daniels come in, played a good game.
And he did.
23 for 31.
300 yards, right?
They did, yes, sir. 3 touchdowns.
And their defense is still snapping, right? I mean, just killing people.
Yeah, Dean had 3 tackles. He brother.
No, my brother. Yeah, that's Daddy's boy.
Yeah, Smith had 8, and Tyndale had 7. They played a good game. Which South Carolina's not really that good. We don't have to spend a lot of time on that. We know. See, my guy right here, Zamir White, had 51 yards rushing. Mm-hmm. So they had a good game. And his brother, his twin, Zeus White, plays for South Carolina. I'm just kidding.
No.
But they do have a.
Thought you serious, like Zeus White?
He had 31 yards rushing.
Uh-huh.
His name is Zaquandre White, and he's from Cape Coral, Florida.
So they're not brothers. I mean, is there a chance?
No, one's from Florida, another, and of course Zamir's from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. No, they're not.
But same, Z White, and
right,
so I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool. Milton's doing good for Georgia too.
South Carolina had 310 yards, 13 for 26, throw for 153. Their White had 31, and Harris had 31. 94 rushing, kind of hurt them a little bit.
You got rushed for more than 94.
But number 6, Josh Vann for South Carolina. I put a star by his name. He had 128 receiving.
I have not watched South Carolina play. I'm serious.
A long time.
In about 3 or 4 years.
Milton, 10 for 66. Cook, 4 for 51. And White.
You got 3 good running backs. Georgia's
had
got
51.
3 good running backs.
They rushed for 185. And then receiving, Mitchell and Burton, man, they're still showing out. They had 307.
Wow.
Catching the ball. Mitchell and Burton both had touchdowns.
Burton's good. I mean, and just think, their best receiver's not playing right
now.
No. Maybe the best receiver in the conference.
JT Daniels was a 96.3 QBR.
Wow. Higher than Clippard's.
Yeah, 23 for 31, throw for 300 yards, 9.8 average.
Wow.
That's pretty good. But they're playing, South Carolina's not
9.8 yards per pass.
They're not the prominent program.
No, they're not. But you still got to go out there and win, and they didn't have any trouble with them.
No.
What?
Tell us about Florida and Bama. You got to see a little bit more of that than I did. I got hung up until about after halftime.
Well, I'll just be honest with you. I thought it was over and kind of quit paying attention. 21-3. And I like the running back for Alabama, McClellan. Mm-hmm. I really like him. They threw to him out of the backfield. He did good. Of course, Robinson runs hard. I have no problem with Robinson. And but it just looked like Alabama was going to dominate. Then Emory Jones kind of got hot. And their running game was excellent.
Yeah.
How many yards did Florida rush for yesterday?
245.
Who was their leading guy?
Davis.
Yep,
had 86.
Okay, and another guy.
Jones had 77 himself.
And some guy came in and just rushed. I guess that was Davis number 6.
Right.
How many did he have?
58. And then Pierce had 24.
I mean, they came in. That guy came in on one drive and had those 58. And I was kind of confused by that because I know Alabama's got a great defense.
Number 6.
6.
Yep, that's him.
He had 58 yards on that drive.
Naquan White.
And he caught a pass.
Well, look where he's from. Holy moly.
Where's he from?
No, you can't see that. That's why.
Miami Gardens.
Yes, that place right there is there. Go look up. You want to talk about football, high school? Go look up Miami Gardens, Florida. the IMG people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Miami Gardens.
Wow, Miami Gardens.
They're loaded with athletes down there.
But next thing I know, Florida's back in it. It's 21-16.
Well, they went 99 yards on that play.
They pinned them deep, and they went 99 yards on that drive. And I told your wife, I said, it's over. It's over. Because Alabama's got them pushed back to the 1.
Well, they drive the field.
And then they drive the field. How many times do you see that?
Twice. The record is, this is only the second time when Bama was ranked 1 that somebody went 99 yards on.
99 yards. Really?
Yes. I think the other team, now if somebody can correct me, well, I better not say then. I can say it. I think it was Mississippi State. When we played them when they were 1 that year.
Oh,
I think we
Dad
pinned them.
played.
Yeah. I think they did it to us.
I mean, and hey, what Alabama did show yesterday that they were human. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
I mean, just because they showed that just because you say this is the greatest defense in the country,
no,
that's not necessarily the case.
Well, Florida's pretty good.
Florida is good.
They're okay.
And,
I think Florida beats Penn State by 2 touchdowns.
Not possible. They look better to me than Penn State. I don't know. I mean, I think it would be a good game. but just their ability to run. And I mean, Alabama didn't have many yards. When's the last time you know them only gained 324 yards?
Yeah, had 91 rushing. McLean had 17. Robinson had 78. They only run for 91 yards, but they threw for 240. McLean had 41 catching. Mitchie 50, and Williams had 61. And our guy, close to our heart, JoJo Earl, he had 20.
20.
Keep
How
on
did
JoJo.
Billingsley do?
1 for 26.
He caught a touchdown.
He did. Him and McLean both, and Robinson caught one too.
Well, there's really one of two things about Alabama's defense. Either Florida's just great or Alabama's not as strong as we thought they were. It's one of those two.
I think
And it could be Florida's great.
it could be a little both. Florida's a little
Florida's
better.
very good.
They're a little better. Dan's gotten there and got settled. Got his players kind of jumping what he wants to do. And they're pretty good. They were good last year.
Yes, they were.
They're coached well. They got a good coaching staff. And two, Alabama lost everybody and a coordinator. We lost a lot of players.
Well, when we talked, we did not think Alabama's offense would be anywhere near as good.
No, I mean, for them to score 31, that's about what I thought.
Yeah.
I had Bama winning this game like 36-28. I mean, 36-25. Well, 36-24.
Well, the defense will just get better. But the offense has got some work to do. But like I said, are you shocked?
31-29.
I'm not shocked.
I was shocked by the score.
I'm talking about by the offense.
No,
I'm not shocked by the offense. You got
Young
a new
was
quarterback, new running back.
He had an 89 QBR. He was 22 for 35, and had 240 and 3 touchdowns. Bryce did. So
Putting up some good stats.
Helms 11 tackles, Toto 9, and Anderson had 7. On defense, they got a dean down there at Florida. That's your other brother. He had 8 tackles. Dexter
I got all kinds of brothers.
Torrance had 8 tackles. Catching the ball, Florida sprayed the ball around.
They did. Copeland's their best receiver.
Zipper, Witterman, Gamble, they all caught the ball very well out of the backfield. Copeland, he had 1 catch for 10 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
He just had a bad day.
good.
Yeah. He may have been hurt.
Yeah, could have been.
So they almost had 200 passing. They had 245 rushing. We didn't even rush for 100 yards.
So I just don't see that much. I mean, I'm telling you guys, and y'all aren't stupid fans, losing Najee Harris that's not good. I do like McClellan and I like Robinson, but it's still tough to lose Najee
I think
Harris.
I always find this here, that say you make a difference. I think my difference maker for Florida-Bama game is about 4 or 5 minutes difference. Florida had the ball more.
They did.
And when you can keep the ball away from old Bryce and and company.
I thought Bryce played pretty good. I got upset they felt like he could have ran instead of
at one time
staying in the pocket.
Dude, he's like on the 3-yard line. You're gonna throw it?
Yeah,
Run it in.
Hey, he don't seem to care much about running it, and I don't think he's scared. I mean, because he stays in the pocket, he likes the passing. He's gonna stay in there and look for his man.
At 440 total to 331 for Alabama total yards. Bama fans, we're happy with that. We're glad they got the win. They'll go. They got Southern Miss next week, and Florida plays Tennessee. I think they both win.
Yeah, and Auburn plays Georgia State.
Yes, Kentucky. South
Then
Carolina.
after that, it's pretty much tough for everybody the rest
Georgia
of the way
plays Vandy.
Vandy.
So I don't think that'll. Yeah, Penn State plays Villanova.
There's not a.
So I wanted us to do a pick 'em. We got next week's game, but I don't see nothing.
Notre Dame, Wisconsin. That's probably the game of the week, wouldn't you think? A&M, Arkansas.
That's I'm gonna circle that one. SEC fans, A&M and Arkansas.
A&M and Arkansas, Notre Dame, Wisconsin. LSU, Mississippi State. You said that. Missouri, Boston College. I kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not. Neither one of it this week.
At my game of the week, I'll always like to pick a little weird game of the week. Wolfpack versus Clemson. That's why you hit the subscribe button.
I'm going to go with Notre Dame, Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin upsets Notre Dame and drops them, I think, because they've been playing with fire. And Florida State got beat again by Wake Forest. They
want to fire him. They ready to run old nose off.
They're ready.
Yeah, they want.
Yeah, let's see if he's.
You do know that Bobby Bowden had the same record his first year out there.
Let's see.
You know that?
Florida State.
70, whatever he went out there.
Right.
Same record, guys. I know it's a different time, but people are still people, and coaches are still coaches. And
well, I mean, he's nearly. I think they were a little down after they lost to Jack State. All right, let's see if they did. No, they have not. They did not let him go. I predicted that he would.
Yeah, they're ready for him to go. They're not going to
be fired today.
Well, yeah, but
I'm not saying it was right.
The press release.
It's not the answer all the time. There are weeks, which they have weeks like that.
Yeah,
they do. I mean, they give people a break too. They know people.
I don't think
they know people can't play tough games every week.
Let's do. What do you think about top 10 AP?
My top 10 AP right now is.
Let's see if they got anything out kind of new.
Okay.
When was this come out? They come out today. Okay, so this just come out. All right.
I got Alabama 1 still. I mean, you don't drop them. It's not like Florida's a bunch of garbage.
We'll just write it down here. Today's September 19th. I'll say.
I got Bama 1. I got Georgia 2 still.
Yeah, might as well. I have Georgia 2. Y'all share, please, on the page what y'all think, or if y'all still watching.
Die when I say this. Who's your 3? Who's their 3?
Oregon.
Okay, they're mine too.
I can't go against that really. I think Cristobal's playing good and coaching.
I'm dropping Okie to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got Iowa.
They got Oklahoma 4. I'm gonna go Iowa
5.
Yeah, because how they.
Yeah, and you got Iowa.
Yeah.
4. Huh? Good. I got them 5. I got Cincinnati.
They got
6.
Penn State 6.
Nah, not bad. I'm moving Cincinnati up to 6.
Let's see, A&M, Cincinnati, Clemson, no. Ohio State, no. I guess, gosh, what am I gonna do here? A&M, I go Cincinnati, I guess, for 6.
Yeah.
And
I don't know about
7.
Oh, I got Penn State 7.
I'll do Penn State 7.
I got Florida 8.
They got A&M, Florida. Yeah, Florida's probably. I may swap that. I'm gonna do Florida up. Move them up and put Penn State down.
Yeah. You think Florida's a little better?
I think they're a little better than Penn State. I do. I just said they could beat them, so I need to rank them ahead.
You can rank them. I got Cincy 6, Penn State 7, Florida 8, Clemson 9, and I guess Ohio State 10.
A&M and.
No, I got Ohio State over. Guys, y'all want us to send y'all
I'm not going to.
Clemson. All right.
I'm going to do this just to be weird. I'm just not Ohio State.
Not NC State. Oh, Ole Miss. I agree.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Ohio State, guys, stop. Just quit.
If NC State wins, Clemson drops out. I'm not big on
I'm not putting Clemson in Ohio State. I'll put them at
11 and 12.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. See, I got Ole Miss looking in at 11, and maybe Arkansas 12. I just ain't sold on A&M yet. We'll find out Saturday.
I'd like Arkansas to be in there. I'd have Notre Dame maybe, next. If he's going to
gosh, I forgot about dang Notre Dame. They're my 11.
We just going to keep going, I guess. I may put Ohio State at 15. I'm just going to be nice.
Who was that?
Let's do a top 15.
12.
Y'all share with us. Go on there and
Arkansas,
type
13,
it in.
Coastal Carolina. I like them.
And Iowa State, BYU are playing good. They got Arkansas way down at 16.
I got Coastal at 14, and I guess Iowa State 15. I really don't know.
They're playing pretty good. BYU's not doing bad. Wisconsin's hanging around. Michigan is 3-0.
They're flirting with that top 15.
North Carolina's dropping in at 21. They're 2-1. Fresno State 3-1.
I got to put them in that top 25.
Auburn 23. UCLA losing goes to 2-1 to 24, and you finish top 25. K-State and coach. Schneider.
Is he still there?
I don't know, man.
Sure
Gosh
not.
gracious. I'd like to know. Look at it before we get off here. Let's get these people off here. Look at it, though. That's interesting.
Bill Snyder. Now, let's see who Kansas State. I don't think he is. Surely. They said that he had probably done as good a job as anybody in the history
Well, how old is he?
of college football.
79?
Teams coach. Okay, he quit in 18.
Okay. Good. We don't keep up with him at all out there.
He is 81.
Yeah.
82.
Well, guys and girls, and we do have girls watching. I looked on our insight thing. It shows male, female.
Miss Beckett was watching us.
We have ladies that watch. They like
Beckett.
for them to talk about stuff too, and I got some good pictures of cheerleaders the other night over at Sand Rock, and we're getting more involved to be able to take their pictures while we're at the game.
Right.
I don't know. We're new at this, guys. We don't know what we're doing. We're just two yak wagons talking football, and it's just turned into more.
Yeah, it has.
And we need a staff. If we had a staff of like 4 or 5 people, we could cover more sports. We could do more stuff. We could be at more games. But you can't work a full-time job and he
tough.
coaches, and I can't be. And we love to mention and share things on the page that as we get them. Volleyball, we share pictures on there. I've seen Cedar Bluff had won. Sandrock girls have won a big tournament over there. Spring Garden girls are playing good.
Right.
I don't see a lot from Center volleyball girls.
I hadn't heard much about Center Volleyball. I saw Jessica Brandon Hensey on Facebook. I can ask her. She may know.
Yeah. And
Jessica Hensey. I don't know.
and if y'all
Used to be Jessica Brandon.
Yeah, if they're listening, we're always more than glad to share, guys. We love the kids of this county. We, girls too. I mean,
And we did have a young lady that said she might be willing to
have some pictures and be able to post them on
send them to us.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Now that would be during basketball. If she plays ball somewhere.
And it's just us two, and I do the pictures and stuff, and we just can't be everywhere.
No,
it's turned into more than what we kind of.
Oh yeah,
and we're excited about that. We went over 1,000 views past 2 weeks in a row.
We're not covering nothing outside the big three though, or the big three for the girls, and that would be volleyball, softball, and basketball. For boys, it's baseball,
football, and
basketball. I mean, no offense. I know a
lacrosse.
lot of people love soccer. We're not doing soccer.
We start a lacrosse team. We may not be able to.
We're not doing cornhole or washers or
Washers pretty good.
hillbilly golf.
Hillbilly golf is good.
We could do a little golf.
Yeah.
Because we do have a friend whose son plays golf. 2 friends. They're both their boys. Sexton and Brent Hutchins. Both their kids play in and
golf, yeah.
young tournaments.
Yeah.
And, we'll mention them on here, but I don't see us breaking it down.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate our sponsors. We'll roll out, let our sponsors roll us out here.
Yes, sir.
We covered a lot of stuff, Dean.
We did. 2 weeks in a row. It takes a while. Right now, anyway.
A lot of local stuff. Went back over there, and congratulations again. Of course, our player of the week,
Cade Hopper.
Cade
yes,
Hopper.
Sir.
Thank you, Cade, for calling in, and it was good.
Yeah,
He's a good kid, and I'm glad that we were able to
He
reward
deserved
him.
it. He
does.
deserved it. Yeah, 134 yards on 5 completions is pretty good.
Yeah, and this week I'm sure they'll roll in there and win, and our other area games, and you'll be at North Sand, Cedar Bluff, and I'll be at Spring Garden, Hopes Bluff, and we'll see you guys out there. All right, y'all have a good week, and
stay dry.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of rain, so keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. We love you. Peace.